everyone, Daisy here again with another layout. This one is done using the January sketch from Creative Scrappers. I believe it's sketch number 302, but I could be mistaken on that. And so I'm using a few papers here. That turquoise paper in the background is an American Crafts cardstock. And then the turquoise with the print and diamonds are Teresa Collins. And then the gray kind of peacock feather one, that is the reverse side of the diamond paper, which I believe is Teresa Collins. I'd gotten it at a Scrapbook Expo and I only have little bits of it left, so I'm not sure 100% that it's Teresa Collins, but I'm pretty sure. Anyway, I had originally printed these photos out in a like 4x6 size, and they were too big for this layout, so I had to go and reprint them in a 3x4 size. And the pictures are of my daughter and my niece playing out in the snow, and I just happened to get just the right time, and I was able to take a picture of my daughter as she scooped up a handful of snow and threw it up in the air. And I just love it when that turns out that way, when you get like a really great action shot, or a series of photos that you can scrap together. I like scrapping more than one photo, except I don't like scrapping, I guess, how can I explain this? I like to have layouts with more than one photo if it's like a series of photos, but I don't like to put just two, posed photos, kind of, if that makes any sense to anybody but me. I like it when my photos tell the story. I don't like it when it's just the subjects just kind of standing there, if that explains it better. But anyhow, I'm using these Recollection snowflakes, and I am using some Stampendous embossing powder, and I'm using it in 4 different colors. There is a regular silver, a silver with glitter, a regular black, and a black with glitter. And I wanted the black to kind of pull in. My niece is wearing a dark colored coat, so I wanted to kind of pull that out into the layout. And also, I really wanted to try out all of my new embossing powders, so I figured I would use 4 different colors on this one. And each little cluster is going to have some black and some silver and some of that pink color in it. Now the little cut apart pieces are from the crepe paper Snow and Cocoa 6x6 paper pad, and they make, I think they make great embellishments. I am all about using paper as embellishment if I can come up with a way of doing that, whether it's making a bow out of it, or fussy cutting out pieces, or just cutting apart little pieces like this. I think it's a good use of product. So I'm just cleaning up my mess here. Now I'm really new to heat embossing, so I was kind of crossing my finger that this was going to turn out the way I wanted it to, and some of the snowflakes have little, I guess, rough patches where they're not 100% filled in, but I think it looks fine. I'm thinking that maybe my ink pad, which I have had basically since I started scrapbooking, so probably since 2009, I think maybe it's getting a little bit dry. So it's funny, I had bought the stamp pad way back then when I didn't know what embossing was, and it took me this long, so how long has it been? Almost 8 years to actually buy the rest of the product used to heat emboss things. But anyway, those letters I used are American Crafts Remarks in the font Getty, and then I also used Heidi Swapp Black Glitter Puffy alphas down there, and I also pulled out a black banner that says hello, and that is from the Jen Hadfield, is it the Homemade collection? So the title is kind of, depending on how you read it, can be Hello Snow Time or just Snow Time. Now I'm just going to use some vellum to back my photos, and I really love the way photos look backed on vellum. I feel like it helps highlight the photo. It helps separate, I guess, the photo from the background a little bit, so I feel like it kind of helps it pop off the page. It's just a very subtle touch, and it's something that I do quite often. Sometimes I use tissue paper. I get frustrated with tissue paper though. I find that I can never cut it right. It always seems to have like little like slashed cut marks in it, I guess. I don't know. I must be doing something wrong, but I can't figure it out. So here I decided that I wanted some black more on the background, and so I decided to stitch around each one of the triangles, and I'm just using some black thread. And unfortunately I did not cut this out of the video, but it's pretty quick, so. I also decided to do some a little bit of zigzag and straight stitching through the snow letters just because they were not sticking down and I was feeling a little lazy and didn't want to glue each one of them down. So I figured stitching was a really quick way to kind of get them where I wanted them. Now I absolutely love how this turns out. I am really enjoying this color combination. I've used similar combinations in my last few layouts where it's, you know, kind of light and airy and soft colors. I'm just going to pull all my threads through and just put some washi tape on the back because I back stitched a couple of times but not on all of them, so figure this way I don't have to worry about it. I always find that when I put the layouts in the page protector that a lot of times the threads will get stuck on something and then want to pull through or pull out, so I find washi tape does the best. And I tend to go for a more sticky washi tape. Like the one I used is from Scotch, 3M Scotch or something like that, and I find that that one sticks really well. Some of the other ones that I use, you know, they're not quite as sticky, so they just don't seem to hold the thread where you want them to. So I always make sure that I find one that's really going to stay down. So there I just put my photos down, and now I'm choosing to use some pink thread behind 3 of the snowflakes, and it's just kind of a dark pink that matches the pink that I have in each one of the clusters. So yeah, so I'm just going to glue these down, and then I'm going to add some sequins. They're from the Paper Studio from Hobby Lobby, and I'm just picking some silver ones, and I'm going to put them around the page. And I actually put quite a few on, but I really like the way this turned out. So I want to say thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video. If you wanted to take the time to comment or subscribe, if you haven't subscribed, that would be fantastic. But I will see you again soon. I have a couple of videos coming up that I just need to do the voiceover for. So bye. Thank you.